Alright guys, I can't believe I'm doing this. It's very, very rare anymore. I come up here this late at night, but what is going on, guys? This is the Club of the Man 1993, and I am here live for my live review of this week's episode of NXT. Yes, after SmackDown tonight, I did watch this week's episode of NXT, get caught up with that, so the only thing I get caught up with this week is SmackDown, which I will review probably first thing tomorrow, after, of course, I eat breakfast, and get to enjoy my week off from work. So I watched this week's episode of NXT, and yeah, it was definitely another episode that just wasn't one of my favorites. I mean, there was some stuff I enjoyed. The return of Ember Moon. I liked the stuff they did with her. Everything else, solid, decent. A couple things that I was not a big fan of at all, of course. And it's just continue to take into fact more again that NXT unfortunately has just suffered. Unfortunately. But this is, of course, the first episode of NXT besides TakeOver 31 that took place at the Capitol Wrestling Center in Florida. We are now on the road to the next, well, even though I'm not sure when the next TakeOver is, the next NXT special is going to be on October 28th, Halloween Havoc. They're going to bring that back, which, cool. Shotzi Blackheart is going to be the host for it. Kind of way to kind of continue, put her over and being the host. Her getting, clenching onto her gimmick a little bit more with Halloween Havoc. Should be interesting. Of course, the health of Finn Balor is now a little up in the air because he has a broken jaw right now in two places, which is a shame. So it could be the second NXT champion where we might have to have vacate the title. I hope not. We'll wait and see, but let's hope not. We already lost Karrion Kross, and we already lost Keith Lee to the main roster, Matt Riddle to the main roster, and again, it's just the brand's suffering right now. Everybody is so directionless. Everybody is just having random matches now on the show that, what are they doing for anybody? They're not telling stories. I still don't know why Tommaso Ciampa returned and turned heel. There's still no explanation to that. We have the Garganos, who basically lose all the time, so why do I take them seriously anymore? The women's division, I think, is cooking up pretty good. I think if anything that's strong right now, it is the women's division. We got Io, we got Ember back, we have Rhea Ripley, who, again, I didn't like how they literally gave her a monster push just for her to lose at Charlotte Flair and cut back on her momentum, but she's getting back on track, I'd say. Rhea Ripley, Toni Storm's going to be there. Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez are a solid duo as well. Again, Shotzi Blackheart's working her way up. So again, definitely the women's division is probably the strongest thing about NXT. But everything else, tag team division, super dead. Especially we had nothing but just oh god, I'm dreading talking about that cringe-worthy match and theme music for Drake Maverick and Killian Dane. Dear Lord, I'm not looking forward to talking about that. But yeah, again, just another show that just didn't really hit home for me, I thought, for NXT. But we'll get into it and talk about it and go from there. And again, I'll review SmackDown tomorrow and talk about night one of the draft. A couple surprises in that draft, but of course we'll get into it in a bit. Let's roll in and talk about this. We opened up with a match between Kushida and Tommaso Ciampa. It was a solid match. Like I said again, what's the story behind Tommaso Ciampa being a heel again? With there being no story, it feels like Tommaso Ciampa is just being a nostalgia act with him being a heel again. There's no story to him. There's no direction. There's no reason at all as to why he turned heel. I mean, yeah, you can kind of say maybe because, obviously, he came back. He was hunting for the NXT Championship after his neck injury. But then he just fell apart. Johnny turned on him at TakeOver Portland, cost him the match. He lost to Johnny. They lost to Karrion Kross. So obviously, hit a huge downward spiral. So why wouldn't he come back and be his vicious self again? But again, he hasn't cut that promo. He hasn't talked about it. It's like that's very main roster like to not explain the continuity and just he's okay. He's a heel again, but okay, yeah, but why? Why is he here if he still has no direction to him? But continuing to bring out this more aggressive side with Kushida, but the match ends when Velveteen Dream interferes. Why are we seriously continuing this feud with Velveteen Dream and Kushida? I mean, okay, they had a good match, a pretty good hard hitting match at Takeover 31. But again, my question is again, why are we continuing it? I was hoping again it would have been like a just a way to kind of write off Velveteen Dream, and take off TV until things settle down with all these allegations and such. Because again, they brought him back way too fast, I thought. But yeah, so I don't get that at all. So that's what happens. And of course, Ciampa's not happy as well. So what we're going to do? Dream and Ciampa, like, again, okay, yes, they had a great match. Like, I don't know what they're going with this. So again, why do we do this? Don't know, but the match is still solid with Ciampa and Kushida, who I do think have potential to put on a very good match if you put them on pay-per-view. But again, right now, they're, especially Ciampa, very directionless. So where we go from here, who knows? We have Ember Moon, though, come out in the ring and talks about how she found clarity and what she calls Ember's Law. She's going to take what she wants, and now she's back. She wants gold. Teasing a heel turn, maybe? I don't know. I mean, they could. Again, I do think it's either going to be her or Toni Storm turning heel. One of them's turning heel. I still think maybe they might go with Toni because they were already teasing a heel turn for Toni before the pandemic. So I think it's going to be Toni. Even also based off of the vignette we have for Toni later on, I think it's going to be Toni. I mean, then again, you can say, oh, it's a big name returning to NXT. Why would you turn him heel? Hey, look, they did the Finn Balor, and it's definitely freshened him up big time for sure. Even though right now I can't tell what the heck he's been for a while now. Face, heel, tweener, I don't know. Probably more so tweener. But anyways, so she's saying her intentions, which Io Shirai comes out, who can't even get a word in before Rhea Ripley interrupts. And she starts talking, but soon is attacked by Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez. And then Ember Moon, for some reason, gets involved as well. And then Rhea comes out and sets up a tag match in the main event. Okay, I guess once again, Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez to get another main event match again. All right, cool with me, whatever. Oh boy. Well, first, before we get into the next match, I'll skip over. Let me talk about what happened in between. Mackenzie Mitchell interviewed Io Shirai backstage. Why she didn't aid either Rhea or Ember during the brawl. She told Mitchell those women aren't her problem, but the NXT Women's Championship is her problem, making her obviously a big target on the back. So maybe we could be teasing for like a fatal 4-way or something between what's it called? Between Ember, Rhea, Io, and Toni? I mean, it sounds a little intriguing to me, so I wouldn't mind that. I mean, any of them one-on-one with Io, I'd still like to see. We've already seen Io and Toni at in the finals of the Mae Young Classic at Evolution, but established characters short. Io and Ember, definitely, and of course Io and Rhea as well, definitely as well. So any of them, yes. So maybe a fatal 4-way. Who knows? We'll see. We have Adam Cole backstage with the Undisputed Era sitting with him. All telling Kyle he did a great job before Cole calls out Ridge Holland for attacking him, saying he's a dead man. Yeah, karma bit back on Ridge Holland. We'll get into him later on. But then, definitely my least favorite part of the show right now. We see this backstage segment with Drake Maverick acting like all excited and whatnot, hyping it up, and as if like him and Dane are best friends, and Dane's still like, dude, we're not friends. Like, coming across as like that clingy guy to a girl that he likes, that obviously does not like him in return, but super oblivious, acting like nothing is wrong. It's getting annoying. And then he's like, oh, just wait for the entrance, just wait for the theme song and everything, the gear, it's gonna be awesome. And then we have, they're getting ready to take on Everrise. They come out to like one of those Sunshine commercial theme songs with all this whistling. It's literally, I felt like I was watching like the Teletubbies, or like, just some type of kid show with a bunch of whistles, and it does not fit at all whatsoever, especially Killian Dane. Again, what the hell happened with Killian Dane? Like, again, I still do not get to this day how, of all people in Sanity, they just screwed up with. Killian Dane got screwed with on NXT, on the main roster. Killian Dane, of all of them. Killian Dane had the tools of a proper big man, that Vince should have been like, craving over to push in the main event scene on the main roster. He comes out to NXT and he's just still not cutting it. And I don't get why. Now he's in a random ass tag team with Drake Maverick, having Drake Maverick acting like an idiot, and they're coming out to this stupid like Sunshine bird whistling song that just I cringed. I cringed completely. And then the match happens, typical like Team Hell No caliber booking. Killian Dane doesn't want anything to do with Drake Maverick, but he does a move that like he slams him on top of him, and it leads to a win. And he punches Maverick in the face, but then carries him out, and Maverick's like, yeah, it's dope. This is the type of stuff that Vince would write. Like, I'm wondering, did Vince get his hands on this? Because again, this is not funny. This is not entertaining. Again, I hate this tag team of Killian Dane and Drake Maverick. And again, that stupid bird whistle song, whatever you want to call it. Again, I sat there and I'm just like, you're kidding me. You're like, no. Like, this isn't NXT material. Like, like, why? I hated it. I absolutely hated it, and I'm not going to enjoy it. And yeah, they're making Drake Maverick. Yeah, think about this as well. You literally just had Drake Maverick be booked as like a purebred babyface, getting the proper reaction after that emotional video he posted about his release back on April the 15th, just for him to earn the fans' respect back, and earn, even though it's virtual, of course, and get a new WWE contract. And now they're making him as this annoying, delusional idiot. I just saw Vince in this. I just see Vince in this whole book. This. Who's writing this? Again, I see. It's just nothing but a Vince thing. I just feel like it's nothing but Vince. It's not good working for me at all. So we got that. I wasn't a fan of that. Then we had Johnny Gargano and Candice LeRae walking around being upset about their losses, but saying they deserve rematches. No, you guys literally have succeeded with nothing since turning heel like this, and you've literally done nothing as heels to make yourself look like legitimate threats. So no, they don't deserve rematches. It's stupid and it's delusional to even think that, oh, but they're heels. No! They're heels, but it's just like, I'll say the slogan that Big Cass said to Enzo, their mouths write checks that their ass can't cash. I'm sorry, it's like, again, I love the both of them, they're both super talented, huge fan of Johnny Gargano, thought Candice was catching fire, but then I still think her not being EO for the title was a huge missed opportunity. Again, that should have been Candice's moment there. And just Johnny, again, just like, why care if we're supposed to hate him? He gets beat all the time. Like, I'm sorry, it's typical Baron Corbin booking. That's all it is. It's typical Baron Corbin booking. He gets beat every single time. So why should I care? Why should I view him as a threat? But they're walking, and I guess they show up on their front porch, and there's a new TV on there because Tegan Knox broke their TV. I thrown the remote at Candice and that stupid little brawl. So all of a sudden they're acting like, oh, why don't Indy Hartwell get this for us? And we go inside and we get another segment with them later. I'll get to it in a little bit, but yeah, I didn't care about that. Austin Theory squashed Leon Ruff, thinking, okay, they're finally going to start building up Austin Theory. But then he basically starts, saying he's the future, and then out comes Dexter Lumis, and we have another match. And Dexter Lumis wins. So, okay, fine on Dexter Lumis' end, but again, Austin Theory, hello. Like, when is he actually going to start getting some momentum going? Like, is he the newest Kona Reeves? Is that who he is? It's like he's... I see the talent, the potential in him, but it's just... I thought moving back to NXT would be the right move, and it's the same thing. It's still the same thing for Austin Theory. I'm not getting it at all. So Lumis beats him, but after the match, Cameron Grimes delivers a cave-in out of nowhere, pretty much, and tells him, he basically fires back at last week whenever Lumis didn't say anything to Cameron Grimes. And Cameron Grimes, said that, and then he said people need to learn to stop messing with him because he's going to the moon. Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez have a segment explaining why they attacked this week. Raquel wants to finally take care of Rhea, while Dakota needs to let Ember know she needs to get to the back of the line when it comes to the NXT Women's title, pretty much. We have a recap from the Prime Target from the title match at TakeOver 31, which Finn says he'll be able to talk briefly soon, but will probably be out a little bit of time. Again, concerns me. Hopefully not going to have to strip Finn Balor of the championship. Who knows? Then we have Ridge Holland, who, again, I'm high on, but then all he said when he attacked Adam Cole was that he didn't have a Mercedes, but this week he does. And you can thank Adam Cole for that. Doing it for the money, whatever. Ridge Holland then squashes Danny Burch. But afterwards, he starts brawling with Burch again. Oney Lorcan makes a save. We have this, kind of felt like it went on a little too long. This super back and forth brawl with Oney Lorcan and Ridge Holland. Again, I say too long is because of, what happened in this, that just felt like it was just starting to, get a little too much. I was just like, okay, I get it, you're trying to make him look good, but I feel like, we can kind of move on to the next segment. This is just, you get the point. And then they have this crossbody that they hit on Ridge Holland, but Ridge's ankle was like a twisted, and then he got injured. I think he broke his ankle and he blew out something else in his leg or something like that. So he's going to be out for a while now as well. That just sucks. So, yeah, so we lost Ridge Holland now, the injury. We've lost Karrion Kross. Hope we don't lose Finn Balor next. So, just continues to suck. Johnny and Candice are watching the new TV, and they have a USB included that highlighted how often Indy Hartwell saved Candice LeRae during their battle royal the other week. So now we're going to start some story where Indy Hartwell is obsessed with Candice LeRae. I don't know. Timothy Thatcher had another lecture with the students discussing that life could turn on you, so you have to attack first thing you have any chance. And he basically says starts saying you can't define a man by his losses, but the pain he inflicts. And he starts putting submissions on this one guy. Yeah, so again, and we're seeing Ridge Holland being taken out. Again, he's probably gonna be out for a while. Shotzi Blackheart defeated Xia Li, but afterwards, Boa comes out and gives Xia Li an envelope, reads the letter, and heads to the back. Who knows what that's about? And then we had a fun tag match to end the show between Ember Moon and Rhea Ripley taking on Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez. Ember looked excellent. Again, I just still cannot believe that, WWE main roster dropped the ball with her. Probably because Vince didn't create her, but just remind me how awesome she is in the ring. She looked great. Hits the Eclipse, which, remember, there was rumors about them taking that away after she hurt someone's neck. I think it was Billy Kay's neck. in that match, in a match on the main roster. See, new theme music too, not too bad, but the babyfaces get the win with the Eclipse by Ember Moon onto Dakota Kai, and that's how it went off the air. So only one vote on my poll this week. They gave it an A for NXT. I gave it a C+. Again, the stuff with Ember was definitely the best part of the show. Everything else was like decent or whatever. But again, like stuff I didn't like. Again, like I'm not a fan of like the whole Gargano TV stuff. And then of course that stuff with Drake Maverick and Killian Dane is just getting on my nerves. So whatever. So guys, that's my thoughts on NXT this week. Gave it a C+. What are your thoughts on NXT as well? Leave thoughts out in the comment section below. Slap a like on the video. Subscribe to my channel. And follow me on Twitter at DemandAirboy93. Again, tomorrow I will be back up here live and doing my SmackDown review. So until then, guys, I'm out. Have a good night. I'll see you all later. Peace out, everybody.